G'day, Fight View 360 fans. It's your old mate Big J, Jason Fletcher from Australia again. And today I've got the privilege of talking to probably Australia's one of our best middleweights going at the moment, Mick Pretty Boy Zerafa. How you going today, Mick?
Good, mate. Good. Yourself?
Mate, I'm doing all right. I'm doing quite well, quite well. So, we want to get a bit to know about you a bit more because you've been all over the world. You've fought in Russia. You've fought in America. Have you fought in the States? Yes? No?
Yeah. I fought Peter Quillen in America.
Yep.
It was a great experience. I've been everywhere, all around the world.
Yeah, I know. You fought in England. Where did you get the Pretty Boy name from?
Definitely not from my looks, mate. It was in the amateurs. They just basically gave me that for my style. They thought it was very neat, very pretty. And I was a young walk forward kind of fighter, and they just said, the Pretty Boy, and it just kind of stuck every time I got in the ring. And when I turned professional, I just couldn't shake it off. So I'm starting to just roll with it, and as I'm getting older, hopefully I'm getting prettier.
Yeah. Well, me too. I've been my looks are starting to fade away now that I'm almost 40, but I'm still looking pretty good. So, but I like the Pretty Boy thing. I think it suits you well, mate. I think it suits you well. So, what actually got you started in boxing? Because you're a Victorian lad. Where did you grow up, and what got you started in boxing?
I'm just a local boy from the north in Craigieburn. And I don't know, I just love the sport. Ever since I was a little kid, I just said, I want to be a world champion. Knowing I can have that one fight to change my family's life and live comfortably and just to set a legacy for myself and put my name on the map was what I really wanted. And I love solo sports. Obviously, boxing, the dedication, discipline that's involved has just always caught my eye. And I knew I could mix it with the best. Ever since a little kid, I always studied boxing and watched it. And I said, you know what, this is for me. And I never lost faith, and I just stuck to that dream of being a world champion. And now I'm so professional at 18, and 9 years later, 10 years later, I'm where I am now and highly world rated and the best in my country. So, chasing that dream, it's nearly there, slowly.
It's nearly there, mate. Yeah, you'll get there. I've no doubt you'll get your title shot eventually. So mate, there's no doubt. I mean, your first fight with Jeff, both fights with Jeff, proved just what sort of caliber fighter that you are, and you are ready for that world stage. I mean, you took Kell Brook to hell and back. And TstreeT very much wants to know about your fight with Kell Brook, probably one of your most notable fights of your career. Can you just reflect on that and reflect on what the Kell Brook fight meant to you and the beginning, the end? Just give us a reflection on that fight because that was a massive fight that a lot of people didn't give you enough credit for it. But after the Jeff fights, we can see that you took Kell Brook to hell and back, and it was a fantastic fight, and it put you on that platform that you deserve.
100%. Well, everyone overlooked me, obviously, with that fight. You hear Zerafa, you hear Brook. Everyone, they think it's a mismatch. But I knew, I trained hard, and I knew I could mix it with these guys. And like I said, ever since I was a little kid, I always believed in myself and my ability. And, when that fight approached, I said, I'm going in there. Kell Brook's name is a world title to me. He's been there, and it's a fight I've definitely looked up to since I was a little kid. And, walking out there, the atmosphere, and it was just electric. And I remember getting, in the ring, and Michael Buffer was my ring announcer, and then I see Kell Brook staring at me across the other end. It was surreal. I said to myself, is this really happening? And I had to pinch myself a little bit, and I started a little slow because I think I was a little starstruck. Seeing Kell Brook's and where, like I said, the stadium that I was at, and live on TV and stuff. So I was a little bit starstruck, but then I got my distance, and I got comfortable around round 5, round 6, which I started a little late. But like I said, I found my ground, and I started hurting him, 6 rounds on, and if I had brought that into the first round, it would have been a different fight. I believe I could beat him, and if that fight ever does approach, and I get a second chance at it, I'll definitely prove that. I believe I'm a better fighter than Kell Brook. It was just, again, I started a little slow, and I was a little rocked early. You know what I mean? So, but it was just an awesome experience. Not many get that opportunity, and I'm just grateful I got to share the ring with Kell Brook. And I went, like I said, went 12 rounds with him. Not many people have done that. So it was just, like I said, it was an awesome experience.
Yeah, it was. So then there's been heavy rumours that Kell Brook is looking at fighting Terence Crawford at 147. Do you have any thoughts on that fight, or how it would go, or what do you think?
Look, I've been in America, and I've seen, I've trained alongside Crawford, and he was at Wild Card when I was there. He was sparring guys. Dave Belcher and Jose Ramirez, all these guys. This was probably about 2 years ago, and he's a different athlete. He can do it all. He can box, he can brawl. He's classy. He's probably one of the most phenomenal athletes I've ever met. I believe if that fight went ahead, I like both guys. Kell Brook's a respectful guy outside the ring. He come and spoke to me and gave me his time, and it's something I'll never forget. But as much as I like Kell Brook's, I believe Terence Crawford will. It should be an early night for Terence Crawford.
Yeah, definitely, because he's got that quick movement and that killer body shot to the liver. I mean, he must have hit Jeff about 9 times with that shot, and those shots take a lot of punishment. So his IQ is just phenomenal. Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
He's a very, not much of a talker, not much of a pizzazz fighter, but just gets in there, does what he needs to do, and then goes home. So
exactly right. That's what it's all about. It's about getting in there, do the job and go home. And all in one piece. Hopefully, no injuries, and that's what it's all about. People think hard fights and this and that. It's not all about that. It's about getting in there and getting out with the least amount of damage. You know what I mean?
Okay, so have you had any contact from PBC about facing any possible opponents in the States?
Look, I've had guys like Mashroom have contacted my management. I've had Tom Rank contact my management. Look, we like staying a free agent, but I mean, if a good deal comes across, we'll definitely take it. We want to fight anyone that's in front of us. I think we're sitting now, 11 in the world. So anyone that's in front of us, we definitely. That's why I do the sport. Win, lose or draw, I want to fight the best. You know what I mean? So anyone in front of us, I want to fight. Liam Smith, all those kind of guys, and then work my way down. But yeah, we've had a few calls. But it's just basically timing. Timing is the key to boxing, and like I said, we've got a fight booked in November 14th. Which I can't say too much, but we'll find out a legend in the sport.
Yeah, well, we know it's. I saw the news thing the other night. It's November 14th. It's in Bendigo, so yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So
we've got good memories in Bendigo.
Yeah.
Obviously we dethroned Jeff Horn, and look, it's a great little town. They get behind you, and I just want to go out there and do the same thing. Hopefully it's an early night. And then obviously it's the Christmas time, so then just enjoy and then regroup again. Hopefully the virus is all passed and we've all got the green light to continue doing our journey.
Yeah. With Bendigo, do you think you'll turn that into a little hub? Because if you have another successful statement win there, you think you'll turn that into a nice little hub for you? Because, so many...
Well, that's what I want to do. The government want to get behind me there in Bendigo and basically make me the Bendigo boy and the face of Bendigo for the boxing anyway. And look, it's looking really good. Positive things are coming out of it, and it's like I said, it's a great stadium here in Melbourne. So
yeah,
if we can make that home, you know what I mean. And like I said, with the government backing us, we can fly international opponents out and maybe have a world title fight in Bendigo.
Exactly. Okay, so another question that TstreeT's got here. Prediction on Canelo Triple G3 if it happens. What are your thoughts on that one?
I'm a Canelo man.
Yeah, me too. I think as great as Triple G is, I think he's getting past it now. So 100%.
Yeah, look, I'm a definite Canelo fan. But yeah, I definitely think he'd win. I think it's going to be an easier fight than the first two.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. I think if I'm correct, I think Triple G is 38 now. I'll have to look up his.
Yeah, so he's definitely getting on. But I've seen him in his last few fights. Even before the Canelo, when he was getting hurt by guys that, I mean, they're good, great fighters, world-class fighters, but, guys that shouldn't really be hurting him, and which they weren't, so.
Yeah, definitely. Hang on, I've lost my spot now. I've lost my question. That's all right. I'll find it again. All right, here we go. And last question TstreeT wants to know before I get on to the ones I want to ask you. Manny Pacquiao versus Mikey Garcia. If that happens, how do you think that one will go?
Pac-Man. I think he'll outlive us all. He's again a phenomenal athlete. He just finds a way out of no way. And again, I was in wildcard in America and had the honours to train alongside him. And he can do everything as well. Even play basketball. He can. Yeah,
I've heard that he's a pretty bloody good basketballer. So
yeah, he can do it all. And like I said, I'm a huge Pacquiao fan.
Aren't we all?
So, yeah, exactly right. So I mean, look, I think it'll be a good fight because Mikey Garcia. He's strong, he's probably got the power, and we'll try to walk him down, but I think Pacquiao's speed, he's a southpaw, he's crafty, he's experienced. The only thing I really think will let him down is maybe his age, but again, he's proved us all wrong, and, went out there and lost to Jeff Horn, and the next fight he beats, Thurman. So, it's much of a muchness. I just truly believe he'll beat Garcia.
Yeah, absolutely.